So we open with me agreeing with Candace. The mama did look uncomfortable on camera. Ken says, Candace, one thing that me and Giselle have not done in all 6 years we've been doing this is cut to the bone. Candace does try to cut to the white meat, but Candace also gets physical. Candace did have a point. Everybody does body shame. She had to go through everybody. She said, well, Ashley said this, and Karen said that, Giselle said the other. You're right, everybody does body shame, so I don't see why we go so hard on Candace for it. But Candace, you do it all the time. It's not just a one-off. And also, the big forehead, you got a big forehead, but a pea brain. Now, Karen came through with the wisdom. She said, you keep going this way, you may not have to worry about our feelings because everyone may tune you out. AKA Heifer, you on the chopping block. Nobody wants to deal with an antagonist, and this is your second alter KK. Oh, Candace said, Jabrissi, don't you try and get on me because you was Robin's sidekick when she decided to roll up on Ashley. I mean, Rob Dixon just adjusted her testicles and said, all right, Heifer, let me tell you what's what. I didn't know Mia was getting into it with people on Twitter, but I don't think we cared. But girl, you ain't got no social media manager like you ain't got a maid. Girl, they said, so your social media manager is up at 7 a.m. to take shots at a scholar? You giving them overtime? I hope you giving them overtime. 7 a.m., that's clocking in early. Mia, you see, you're a really bad liar. A bad liar. You've got to come up with plausible lies. You and Phaedra need to take the same class. So we in the segment and Mia gonna say, you brought a scholar here to say 3 sentences. They could have used her more. I don't know why they got rid of her. I mean, let her weigh in like she was all season. But Mia, why don't you go worry about honesty before you worry about Alaska? But all the girls were really trying to tell her, don't nobody want to be bothered with you, Candace? Giselle is over it. She can't wait to roast you next season. She's going to make you her pet project like she did Monique. Candace, your issue is you need to put that venom that you have where it belongs, on your mama. But you want to spread it around to everybody else. No, put that on Dot. All right, Karen versus Gabrissi. Karen, your reads this season were excellent. So Andy said, what does a hot box mean? That it's the Itchy and Scratchy show. Andy, you know, you've had a hot box a time or two. Karen said, I'm going to apologize for bringing Hampton University into my insult, but you are a broken hoe. And a broke hoe. We can tell by your house. Oh, girl. Now, Karen, I love you, but you lying right now, too. Raven did not bring this up. You just dug this up to have something to be mad at Gabrissi about. It was dead and buried like your kitchen should have been, but you dug it up and you decided, okay, I'm going to use this. She never wished death on Ray. I feel like the tax insult was worse. I feel like the free Ray was worse. I feel like the t-shirt was worse. Good point, Andy. Giselle, why do you want an apology from Karen, but you can't give Wendy an apology for talking to everybody about her marriage but her and then having messy Ashley bring it to her? But you can't apologize. You can't dress, you can't design a home, you can't run a business, you can't apologize. You got a lot of can'ts going on. You need to apologize to my children. Why do you want an apology from a crone, Wendy? A crone can't offer me nothing. Not even any of the multiple rings she has on her neck. Wait a minute, I forgot. I didn't remember Karen saying that Giselle was a drunk and a drug addict. It wouldn't make sense. I mean, it would explain those bloated ankles. Oh, God. Now Giselle and Karen were crying because you would never disrespect my kid. Girls, I'm going to need you to stop faking the funk for a father. Because I'm sorry, but Giselle has proven to me she ain't shit. Now, I like Karen, and I think Karen really does want a friendship. But Giselle, you're a snake. You just had to have a little act right towards the end of the season. Ashley, you never thought that this was an excuse for Michael to get into porn or have a casting couch? Then Heifer, you don't know your hubby. We all know this is going to be an OnlyFans production. Ashley says she's back and her pussy ready for business. And Giselle said, "Oh, you eating puss again?" Ashley said, "Well, I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to turn down a fresh cup if it's offered." Giselle, "Are you trying to find somebody to pawn Rob Dixon off on? Is she cramping your style?" But now we getting into Candace going in on Ashley's postpartum body. And Candace says, "Well, and Ashley had a good point. Just answer the question. Why do you relish in making fun of Ashley after she had a baby? Why? Because you're mad at your mama." Ashley did not say, "I'm going to need your bob to stop weaving." Oh, goodness. So now Candace is going to say, "Well, Ashley, you talked about my dry hair. Anybody's hair can be dry. I've talked about white women with dry hair." She didn't say nappy, she said dry. And your shit was dry. I mean, Wendy, Mia, Karen, they all just groaned when she said that. That was like, oh, God. Candace, honey, you are reaching, but your arms are too short. Candace, you insinuated and implied that Ashley was a slave. Like, you take no accountability. Can we get her out of here? I'm sick of this revisionist history. Candace, I know you of all people aren't talking about getting money on your own terms. You just got off your mama's titlet. Still got milk on your breath. Candace, you can't forgive Ashley because she's holding you accountable for your actions. And you need the plot line. If you ain't mad at her, what you got going on? Them stepkids we saw once? Girl, boom. These little YouTube videos you putting out? Heifer, please. Your coot? Girl, bye. So we've got the Wendy package, and basically I just see a girl coming into her own. She got the new body, she's on the show, she's more assertive, she's playing the game. We called her boring the first season, and we felt like she didn't fit in right. Now she's actually trying to give, and we're saying, "Oh, you're so different." Well, it's okay. Wendy said, "Look, I don't need to rehearse or read. I've gone up against the White House press secretary. It's so eloquent, it may sound rehearsed, but that's just what we do over here." Okay, talk your shit, girl. I don't think it was shady for Karen to not tell Wendy about her 3-wick candle, because until it's ready, why put it out there? And I think Karen is smart to move in silence. She's like, don't let these heifers know nothing, because if there's anything that goes wrong with it, they're going to throw it in your face. Oh, that's right. I forgot Mia came out with the candle just to be petty to Wendy. Maybe Mia does need to go, because I'm rooting for Wendy this season. Wendy that got herself a 5 and a 7-wick candle. I hope that shit sell. Any of y'all got it? Does it smell good? Let me know. If it's good, I love a scented candle. Are you seriously giving us Rob Dixon's shit schedule? Yeah, it's time to get Andy off the air. Nobody cares about her constipay. So we gonna end it with Gabrissi bringing up the rumors about Wendy's merge. So here's what I don't understand. They all say, "Oh, well, this rumor came from this blog where they just make shit up and attack us all the time." Then why are you reading it? That doesn't make sense. Why read something that you know is a lie? This ain't the Inquirer. Giselle gonna say, "Well, it's just so difficult to go through the social media terror that we go through." One, you could actually afford a social media manager so you don't have to be all up in the comments. 2, you can turn your comments off. And 3, like Wendy said, that article was read by hundreds of people, but you decided to blast it on this platform. You're not answering the question. Wendy said, "Look, yeah, you said it wasn't true, but you also said it was why I got my mommy makeover. Now, you got a tummy tuck and you couldn't keep Jamal, so why would I go under the knife to keep my man? I ain't you, heifer. I ain't that insecure." And that was the shit.